We decided to visit the crop formations of Wiltshire in July 1991. We found lodgings in Warminster, and after lunch we headed out into the Wiltshire countryside. Our first stop in Wiltshire was the historic site of Stonehenge, and it was as impressive as we expected it to be. Wiltshire is a magical place, and apart from Stonehenge there are all the white chalk horses, standing stones, burial mounds and many other ancient mysteries associated with this part of England. And now we have the world famous crop formation. We found our first formations at Alton Barnes and Alton Priors. In fact, from our first vantage point we could see 3 formations in 2 fields. The furthest one away had a farmhand at a gate letting us enter for £1 per person, so we took this as an invitation and walked around the formation inspecting the site. There were holes in several places where it looked like poles had been. The formation was huge and it looked like a lot of people had visited it with the look of the straw on the ground. It was still well formed, and the tufts in the middle of one of the circles still stood proud. Visitors walked through it with respect, looking, taking photographs and videotaping their experiences in it. The wheat still lay as it fell, and there were more holes to be found. Very suspicious. Saying all that, this was the biggest formation I'd ever been in. The formation was on a hillside, so from the road it was tilted, making it visible from a distance. The view from inside was also good. The avenue was long, and I would like to have seen this from day one. This day, after all the visitors, it was not perfect, but it still had everyone wondering what the formations were all about. The crop overlay and the swirls were also impressive. The holes were very suspicious though. From this formation across the valley, we could see the white horse of Alton Barnes. From our vantage point there were 3 formations visible in this valley. The 2 closest ones at Alton Barnes seemed out of bounds as there was no people in either. The larger of the 2 seemed to be as big as the one across the valley we had just been in. We moved north onto Boreham south of Lockeridge and found another formation. There were people inside, but as there was no farmhand taking entry fees, we stayed out. We moved even further north to Rockley and found another field with 2 more formations in it. One was a large ring with 2 circles inside it, with an avenue protruding from one point. At the other end of the field was another large formation. There were 3 circles connected with a long avenue connecting them all. Between the circles, nicely placed outside the formation, were 2 small satellite circles. At the far right, after the circle, the avenue protruded the circle for about another 15 feet. Time was getting on, so we paid a visit to Salisbury Hill before heading back to Warminster for the night.